Good morning, everybody. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I'm inspired by Lina today. Lina just did an oil pastel that was inspired by her tea kettle's hot pad, and that's what I would call it, Lina, is a hot pad. So I've pulled out some of my oil pastels. This is a piece of pastel paper, whatever that means. It's got a texture to it. So I don't know how mine's going to turn out because Lina did hers on a canvas. And she just did a variety of circles and squares and rectangles in different colors. And then in her video this morning, she was going back in with some dark colors and adding some shadows. Hi, Janet. Good morning. I feel like this is a little crooked. That's a little better. I just want it all straight. I know. I just so enjoyed that whole project. So I'm just going to lay down some different things in my own way. And I'm thinking of not having it look exactly like Lina's, but do my own thing. Good morning, Gail. And a message to Mary. We miss you. We hope everything's okay. Sorry. We've been sleeping with the windows open, and the allergens are getting me, even though I take allergy medicine. So let's just play. I'm going to put some yellows down first. I thought that might be fun. And I'm just going to do some shapes, kind of like Lina did. And I'll probably put the colors down and then maybe smoosh them with my finger a bit. So maybe I should get a baby wipe just to heat it up and smooth it out. Like so. And then maybe we'll put one circle right here. And oil pastels is something I don't play with often. And I have 2 boxes like this. And then I have new pastels that somebody was lovely and gifted me. So I need to use this stuff. And Lina's picture just inspired me so much that I wanted to come on and play with my pastels. And we are going to do the autumn journal covers, finish them up today at noon. Okay. So I'm on now and I'll be on again at noon. And the reason for that is I totally forgot that tomorrow I will be in Lexington with Bernadette getting her hair did, as they say. And I don't want to drive all the way out there and then drive home and wait, the time and then drive back to get her because it's a good 30-minute drive to where I take her to the groomer. So I figured I would just stay out there and maybe go to the Goodwills that are out there and maybe look in the Hobby Lobby out there. See, I just find things to do out there to fill the time. And usually I just end up walking around those places and not buying anything, but you never know what might find its way home with me. I think that's what I like about pastels is you get to move them around with your finger. Good morning, Teresa and Gail and Janet and Leah. And I missed Christy. Christy Rhodes is starting back doing videos, and I totally missed her. I don't know. I turned my notifications off, though, because I was getting so many that things would go off in the night and would disturb Scott. And I was just like, he needs his sleep. So I had to turn the notifications off. So that would explain why I missed her. But she did a pick 10 last night. So I'm just playing with these oil pastels because it's all Lina's fault because she did a pretty picture. And I said, I want to do a pretty picture like Lina. We'll see if mine turns out as pretty as hers. She's a very good artist. I have other products in my stash that, excuse me, I need to use or they're going to, get lost because they haven't been used and they're just going to not do well. The oil pastels, when you rub them, it heats them up and makes them go kind of more liquidy. I might have to get me a baby wipe to clean my finger off. And I don't care if it mixes a little bit with the yellow because it adds interest to it. And I do have a border taped off. This is taped onto a plasticky like cutting board because I like a border around my pieces. Now see, that orange had a little bit of some other color on it, so it's making a blobby thing, but I'm not going to worry about that either. Let me get some wet ones. So at noon, we will, I'll show you how to dry brush your, your decorations. Oh, and Janet says Jasper did her first live yesterday. I just can't keep up with everybody and, do the things I've been doing lately. I did that chicken yesterday and it turned out really cute. All right, let's add some. I cleaned my finger off the best I can. Let's add some other colors on here. And she did like just some little shapes because her hot pad was like wool balls that were felted together and they looked really cool. So I'm just going to do some shapes on here. That's not very straight, is it? All right, and we'll just take our finger and kind of mush it around. I'm probably jiggling you guys. I'm sorry. Hold on tight. So it was in the 40s, which is about what I looked up. 40s in Celsius is 4 degrees here this morning. 4 degrees Celsius, about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Gail, did you take Elvin for a walk? Or that's the wrong Gail, isn't it? Hi, Ruth Lamb. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. I will be live on Friday with Shannon on her channel. We're going to try to do the crochet along together on Friday. If anybody's interested in that, she wants me to help her with the magic circle. So if you don't know how to do magic circle, you might want to hang out at Art Junkies on Friday at, I think, 3 p.m. Forgot how sore this makes your finger. I do have some blending stubs if I need to get them out. Heather said it was 11 Celsius, so just slightly warmer than me. And Ruth had 12 this morning. Yep, fall has arrived. My oak trees out front, they've already turned brown and fallen off. They never do a pretty display at all. It's always, brown and down. Brown and down. Let's see here. Let's just put this color. I think the reason the lines get crooked when you've got it laying flat is you're at a different plane than if you had it upright in front of you or if you were standing above it. And I'm just grabbing whatever color comes to me. Oh, yes. And how was everybody's Canadian Thanksgiving yesterday? Did you eat too much? Americans always eat too much. We always eat too much. That's why so many of us have diabetes. We eat too much and too much of the wrong things. I was going to sit and do this, and I said I might as well go live and play with my oil pastels. Yeah, a blending stub. One for warm colors and one for cool colors might be better on my fingers. I saw either a reel or short, and I shared it, of these quilt blocks that somebody had like a base fabric, and I think I tagged Janet Nash in it. And what they did is they took fabric scraps and formed a bird, kind of like her little birds that she did, and they did them on a quilt block and did several of them to make a quilt. And I thought, how fun would it be to make quilty blocks of quirky birds? So don't make them look so realistic. Make them look quirky and kind of goofy. Not sure I'll get to the fair this year or not. I was hoping to get to go, but if not, it's okay. It's gotten so expensive that it's $15 a person to get in. You can buy tickets ahead of time for $10, but that would be, if Scott and I went, that's $30 just to get in, and then the food is, outrageous. So, yes, it was on Facebook, and I tagged you, and they were so cute, and she had like a stack of them, and then she was just lifting them off or putting them down on the stack of all these different birds. Hi, Angela Adele. How are you this morning? Oh, I bet it's pretty up there where Heather is. This could lead to purple. We'll see. And the neighbor kid's just getting home across the street. I think he works like Greg used to all night long. Greg's liking being back at Tyson, which is good. I kind of fussed at him. I said, well, you're going back to a place you've worked before, which is hard to do. I said, been there, done that. And you know what to expect. So try to make it better yourself. And don't get negative right away. And do better this time. I'm not following any pattern. I'm just kind of putting colors down as I want to. Oh, there was another video that I watched, both of them. And she was talking about the importance of taking time to just play. And she did a canvas and she put so many layers on it. Y'all might have seen it, some of you. If I can remember, I'll put the 2 videos in my description box so you can check them out if you want to. It's a lady that Mary introduced to me. And right now, I can't think of her name, but I know what the videos are. So I will look them up. I want to try to get up to the upstate and go to the viewing platform when the leaves get in full color. And because you can stand up on that platform and you can see for hundreds of miles into South Carolina and hundreds of miles into North Carolina. And you can actually stand in both states by just straddling the line that they have on the platform. It's pretty cool. I think we did a video up there one time when we were living in Greenville. Well, that's just acting weird. I must have some blue on my finger. Chat's really moving this morning. Scott's sister has big plans for their mom's birthday, so hopefully it'll all work out the way she has it planned. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat, but it is just rough. What did Brenda say? Yeah, the turkeys are expensive. I don't know what we'll do for Thanksgiving. Haven't thought that far ahead yet. I keep telling that mine doesn't have to look like Lina's. It can look like me. No, let's see here. Might as well use these oil pastels before they're shot. I'm trying to think if I have any spray that'll I can seal it with. I think I do. Excuse me. That's going to get a little browny, but that's okay. See if I can smooth those out now. Need to pull out that book I got at Ollie's about pastels and learn a little bit more about them. I can remember being in elementary school and doing a bunch of grapes with pastels, and I just loved it. And I'm not sure whatever happened to that. I'm sure it's all in the trash now because the farm where my grandmother and grandfather farmed has been sold to somebody new, and he's turned it into a hunt club. And my uncle said they're putting the old wraparound porch that my family took off, they're putting it back on, and they took down my grandmother's flower room so they could turn it back into part of the porch. So the flower room where I had my doll hospital apparently is gone. And it just makes it another one of those things why, like, sometimes you like to go back to your childhood home, but then it reaches a point where it's not your home anymore, it's somebody else's, and going back to visit doesn't mean the same thing, you know? I wonder if I can get this to move with the baby wipe a little better. Oh, that made it look different, that's for sure. I just don't like those dark spots in it so much. Hey, Tippy. I'm busy right now, buddy. What? I can't hold you. Not right now. I'm busy. So I've been thinking about that this morning. How life changes. We change, life changes, society changes. Change is a part of life, basically. And sometimes it, looking back is good. And then other times it's just like, just let that crap go because it serves you no purpose. None. None at all. And so I've been doing a lot of that, just letting go of things, even people that I still love them very much, but it hurts too much to try to have a relationship with them when I'm constantly feeling rejected. And they can't help that I feel rejected, but I just can't afford to have that rejection right now. So, and I'm sure it hurts their feelings, but I gotta look out for me for a while. I've always put everybody else before myself, and sometimes you have to do what's good for you and hope that they'll understand. Ooh, that looks weird. Made green. Lina did better about keeping her colors true. Man, you guys are really chatty this morning. Brenda, I heard that a lot of young people are doing that now where they just work contract jobs, and they'll move from one state to a next, and then they'll work such and such amount of time, and then they go to somewhere else. It's called something, but I can't remember. If Scott was here, he'd remind me. Tippy, stop. He's digging into my leg. That's why I'm fussing at him. He doesn't want me to talk to you all. He wants me to stop what I'm doing and pick him up because he's a little and he's cold. I left Howard on the porch. He's probably cold too, but that's where he wanted to be. I said, it's going to be a while. I'm going to be busy. Sorry if I start jiggling, you guys. I think I want that bigger up there. Yeah, one of these sets of oil pastels came from Goodwill. And I've got Scott doing art now because he's built himself some of those shelves like he built me, and he's doing a really cool painting technique on it. And I tried to share a picture of it, but I can't find it when I go into like Instagram or whatever. Then I can't find it on my phone. So I need to slow down and see where it's hiding out. Ooh, that's really green. Really, really green. Ooh, now my fingers spread it too far. We tried a new spaghetti sauce that it's called Little Italy from the out of the Bronx or in the Bronx. It was so delicious. We got it at Publix. And we got the basil one. It was very good. Oh, so cool. There is so many places, even if we never left our borders, just think about all the different regions of the United States and what there is to see and do. Behave yourself, Tippy. Let's see. I really want to kind of stick to the more jewel-like tones. Let's do a lighter purple. Or is this the same purple? I don't know, but it's down now. It's lighter. I started watching Barb Owen last night, and then Scott came in, and so I went and sat and watched some videos with him. We just don't get to see each other much when he's teaching because he comes home, he eats dinner, and then he goes over to the school and teaches for 3 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Tippy, stop. Everybody might think you're cute, but that hurts when you stick your nails into my leg. Please stop. I'll be interested to see what this looks like when I take the tape off. But we got to finish it first. I'm going to rub a sore on my finger at this rate. Get a pastel blister. I'm I'm so sorry about my throat being all nasty. It's driving me crazy, so it's got to be bothering you guys. Somebody will leave me a comment. Gosh, go get a drink of water. A drink of water might help a little bit, but it's allergies. Can't do nothing about it. You know, there's always that one person that bothers so much. It's like they got to let you know. But I don't want to stop playing to go get a glass of water right now. Looking pretty cool. Spooky Professor Motionette Dungeon. Hello. You're new to me. Welcome. Hi, Dee Dee. Exactly. If you go to their channels, usually they have zero content. They have no idea. None. None. None at all. You're right, Dee Dee. It's just been so long since I played with pastels. And Lina made it look so easy, and her piece looked so cool. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to play with pastels this morning. At noon, I'll do my autumn journal, and that'll be my play for today and tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be busy with the dog. I keep thinking when she passes away, I won't have to go to the groomer anymore. There will be no reason for me to leave the house at all, because the cats don't go anywhere. I'm just laying in these blocks of color, and I might come in with some dark and just add a bit of dark to the edges of each one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we go. I don't want to be on forever. But I wanted you guys to have something to watch this morning too, because I'm missing Mary. I'm hoping she's okay. I sent her a message and said, "Are you okay?" I think she must be still sleeping. With any luck, she's getting lots of good rest, and she'll come back when she feels better or up to it. Ew, my finger's getting kind of dirty, grubby. Ugh. Is Peg here? Good morning, Peg. Let's see. Not sure I have this one yet. I thought I grabbed a different color, but maybe not. Guess I need some blending stubs that I can set aside that are just for the pastels to use. I think the ones I have right now already have pencil on them, so if I try to use them, they'll mix and look weird. Yes, they are messy. To be sure. I think that's the same color I had before. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, let's do a dark green. I think the most important thing is when you pull out something like oil pastels, something that you've used from your childhood, go ahead and let the inner child out. She wants out anyway, let's face it. Just let her play. Just say, "Okay, I wonder what this would do," and then just do it. Don't think about what somebody else has done or make it your own experience. Don't rely so much on experiences of others. Just goof off and play. If I've been thinking, I would have, instead of putting these back in the tray, I would have set the colors I already used aside. Tippy, you need to get out from under my chair, buddy. Is Clint here? Good morning, Clint. Spooky says she has a dying cousin. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so sorry. It's hard when somebody gets an illness and they just waste away. Don't know what's worse. Someone just suddenly dying, like in their sleep or in a tragic accident, or just wasting away over time. With one, you get like a long goodbye. And with the other, it's like you're in such a shock that they passed away that your heart has trouble getting past that, I think. Long goodbyes are hard, but I don't know. I always think I would much rather, instead of my family having to go through so much, I'd rather just pass away quietly in my sleep instead of having a long, drawn out illness too. Just gently go one night in my sleep. And I just think the world of the nurses and the carers that are with hospice and that they can be there so you don't have to be there all the time. They are there to lend their hearts to you and your family, and I just think the world of them. Wow, that's dark. Hi, Beth. Heavy subject you came in on there. And Dawn and Kimberly 557. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Do y'all ever, when you're working on something, do you take a minute and you look at the screen just to see how it's looking to you guys? Because if you do that, you get an entirely different perspective and you can say, ooh, that needs more, whatever. I'm finding I'm doing that too much right now. I'll divide this up here. That's got a nice creamy texture to it, this light yellow. It's like it's going on smoother. I wonder why that is, that this one yellow is going on so much smoother than the others did. Wonder if it has to do with the pigment. Hard to tell. I picked up some of the red and green, making a little brown in there. Beth says she's sure she's going to fall back asleep. Well, if you guys want to do a prompt game between now and noon, because I'm coming on today at noon to do the autumn journal, because tomorrow Bernadette's getting her hair did, and I'm going to be out in Lexington all day. I'll probably go to Hobby Lobby out there and to both Goodwills, because I might as well. I'll have 3 hours to burn. Oh man, that really, using that light yellow next to that green really made it look, ew. I just cannot keep up with you. Sorry about that. I'm trying. I found it hidden under comments. You swipe to the left and it pops up. Why YouTube? Why? I'm not sure what you're looking for. Oh, something to do with the chat on your phone. Yeah, I just keep wiping them. But look at the cloth. Isn't it turning pretty? I might can turn it into something later. Let's see. What do we want to do? This really dark purple might be pretty. Let's put some of that right here. Or is that the same purple? I don't know. Scott and Greg are so funny. All of the animal care really falls on me. And they've been griping that Bernadette smells like a dog. I'm like, well, she hasn't been to the groomer in forever. She's not going to know what to do with all that hair gone. I need to make her a coat. That'll have to go on my sewing projects list. Because I get her cut really short, so I don't have to go back for like 3 months. I know that sounds awful, but at nearly $100 a pop, I want it to last. Heather's going on a hike. All right, have fun. Yes, Ruth is up there with you. But Lina did a picture kind of like this, and it looks so pretty. And her hot pad for her teapot, for her red teapot, looked so pretty. I said, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to copy Lina because it was so gorgeous. You know what? I'm not going to worry about the colors even mixing. It adds to character. Now, Lina was talking about she was going to use a spray for pastels. Can I use, like, what do I have? I have a workable fixative and I have just a regular clear coat spray. Will that work? Or do I have to have a spray that's for pastels? Inquiring minds want to know. I think it's a Krylon clear coat is what I have. If somebody could let me know. Peg is awesome. You'll love her channel. Let's do this color here. I know that's going to look weird because there's only one of those, but That's it. And now what Lina did the other day is she came in with like a black and added some black here and there on it to darken it up. And it just made the colors pop. And that's the video I watched this morning. Maybe I should bring this into there a little bit more. Use what you have. If it doesn't say not for, okay. I will look and see what the label says. Thank you, Peg. Because I don't have the one that Lina was saying was for pastels. So I'm big on using what I have right now. I'm trying to use up, the older products, because if you just leave it sitting there and you're afraid to use it, all that's going to happen is it's going to go bad or dry up or grow mold. What are you waiting for? There'll always be some new product or project that you want to try. So there's always going to be something new to do. I want to bring my orange back a little bit here. In with the black. I should have cleaned my finger off a little bit. I know black is strong. Might never get my orange back the way I want it, but that's okay. Tippy, stop it. He is an imp. You guys just don't know. He's like a spoiled little baby. He's rotten. All right, I'm going to quit on that before I totally ruin it. Looking too grungy. I should have just picked a couple of the blocks to make dark on, like just the red blocks or just something similar. But it's all about playing and learning what you want to do. people were asking if some of the hats were made that I just recently, I've got them all boxed up to go to Lizzie, the hats, finally. But no, it's not from, none of that yarn was from the gift I got from a local crafty friend, from a friend of hers. None of that came from there. All of that yarn I used for the hats was stuff I thrifted at Goodwill. So I'm going to quit with the black. But I'm thinking, what if I bring in just the darkest color of purple and come back on the lighter purple on the edge and just play a little bit here. On this one, do lighter color. Mix them together a little bit. Ooh, it's popping. Hi, Janice. Oh, goodness. YouTube's been doing some changes, I guess. Let's put some of this toward the middle of this circle and see if I can work it back into the black. Picked up some of the green on the way around. Oh, that's the finger with the real black on it. Oh, well, there goes that. This is all about playing, right? We're just going to play. Going to end up with brown. Let's get another one. Thanks for the hearts. There's Lina. You inspired me. Of course, I don't know when to stop. You said I'm going to stop before I ruin it. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep making a mess. I didn't hear the little guy scream. So from next door, he hates going to daycare. So usually I can hear him screaming. And if you look out, he'll be running around the truck trying to get away from him. I remember when Greg was that age and he didn't want to go to school. One of his teachers told me one time, you know, Greg's not like the other children. I was like, I know. He comes from weird parents, so of course he's not going to be like the other children because we're weird. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's. Oh, that had a little of the black on it still. Sorry, I go quiet every once in a while. I think this, what I'm trying to do in the round, I would do better if I had just a blending stub. And then it wouldn't spread quite so far. So I'll get some blending stubs to put with just my oil pastels. I am having a horrible time keeping up with you guys, so just know that I appreciate you're here. The chat is just moving really fast, and I just, if you want to say something to me, like Dee Dee says, put it in caps. I cannot keep up today. Y'all are amazing. Chat amongst yourselves. Let's put a little bit down the edge. I just love black around the edge of anything, and I love to mount my stuff on black. It just makes the colors pop. How rude. There's another red square that I haven't put some black on. Let's bring in some dark blue to go on these blue squares on the corners. Isn't that interesting? Some colors blend so much smoother than others. So interesting. The dark colors just don't blend as well as the lighter colors. I knew it was going to be cold this morning, so I took the trash out. Trash out last night. Is Ann here? Hi, Ann. This week is filling up with me. Again, I'm going to be live with Shannon at Art Junkie on Friday at 3 o'clock, I think, is when she does her crochet along. And we're going to be working on the magic ring. I need to get with her and ask her if there's some project she would like to, to do, or if she just wants to practice the magic ring. I like bringing in a little bit darker shade in each color. On the light blues like that, I could almost bring in something like that and have a third color and make them look more interesting. Yeah, blending stub, I think I'd have more control than my fat fingers, but this works. Let's see if we can't do something with that light yellow. No, I will not be cutting this up. This is going to be like in a frame. It's going to have a border. I'll pull it off when I get done. I have taped it off so that I could maybe frame this, depending on how it looks when I'm done. That worked until I stuck my finger in the purple. This is a 9x9 piece of pastel paper that I'm playing on. Put some of this on here. Now, this is just me playing this morning. Might as well use these pastels. I mean, I have them, so why not? I'm going to add some real color on this. Trying to stay away from those other colors. Do you all watch the man that does the little sketches on the sidewalk in chalk? Hi, Angie. I love to watch he's on YouTube Shorts, and then they show up on Facebook too. Yeah, I think his name is Dan Z. I just love to watch him do those little characters. Like there'll be like a little arch in like a wall, and he'll put a little character and he'll make it look like a tunnel, and it just looks so cool. I just think it's awesome. I don't really like how dark that is. Maybe I can lay some of this. You don't know how to play with things unless you do. Get the stuff out and use it. All right. I think I'm just going to leave some of these with the color just laying on top a little bit instead of trying to blend it all. Maybe bring some of this in. So I'll have to put blending stubs on my list. Maybe I can pick some up at Hobby Lobby tomorrow. Because I think blending stubs would be very helpful. All right, I'm going to pull the tape and then I'll sign off from here because I've been on for over an hour and I'm going to be on again for an hour or two this afternoon, starting at noon. And the only reason we're doing that is because Miss Bernadette needs her hair done. Oh, I got some paper pull. I forgot to pull some of the sticky off. Oh, well. 'Tis what it is. All right, I'm going to pull closer to the paper and more slowly and see if I can keep from ripping it. The only painter's tape I have right now is this 1/4 inch. See, that's just pulling. Oh, well. I hate when it does that. When you're trying to get a nice clean border and it messes up. Ann says heat gun. Heat gun. This cutting board was thrifted and it's got sticky feet on the bottom to keep it from moving. And it sticks to my drop paper. Uh-oh. Let's see. We'll heat it up a little bit and then we'll see if it'll come off without pulling. There you go. Very ta-da. There you go. So that was playing with oil pastels. Pull yours out and use them. It'd be nice to use some products up instead of having them hanging around. So I'll see you guys back at noon to work on our autumn piece. So I will see you then. Thanks, Lina. Thanks, everybody.